Good morning. I am your MC for today. My name is Joanne Kampopo. I'm a stand-up comedian. I know a lot of you this morning are shocked that I'm actually here at 9:30 in the morning because usually 9:30 I'm just crawling out of bed. But today, this morning, I'm here with you all, and I think we've got about 700 people here today. So let's give all of you a big warm round of applause for getting here. I'm very excited. This is one of my very few SME MC jobs. And you know, the funny thing is this, for me, I always thought SME was single, male, and energetic. But of course, today I will be learning a lot more, and so will all of you, all right? Now, if you're looking at me and still wondering whether I'm a real woman or not, because I do look like a drag queen at 9:30 in the morning with this outfit and the diamonds. Don't worry, you can just Google me and I can rest assure you I'm a real woman. And who knows, by the end of today, maybe PanPages will actually sponsor my Google ad page also lah. But then that's a different story entirely, because right now, it is time to bring you the man of the moment, the group CEO of PanPages. Ladies and gentlemen, please give him a big warm round of welcome, Mr. Fong Leong. Come on.
Thank you. Thank you, Joanne. Good morning, everyone. First of all, I wish to thank you to take your time to come here. And there's a lot of thank you for a lot of our loyal customers, value customers for coming and joining us. And we have a panel of experts that came all the way from Hong Kong, Alibaba. There you go, Christian, and Google, Ruben, and Jeffrey from RHB, Kuala Lumpur. Today, so our topic of today, actually, we're talking about how technology going to affect our businesses and our daily life. So we go on with a title called Go Fast and Aim Sharp. So basically, we're going to talk about the technology that's going to have positive impacts for your business, and also what are the disruptive technologies if you don't use it correctly. The objective for you, actually, I hope that maybe you can take 2 or 3 ideas from the experts, from the panel's discussion, then you can take it home. Maybe you can adopt in your business and see whether it have a positive impact on your business. So you just try to jot down 2 or 3 on it. Look out for the ideas that you think can be applied to your business. Let me start today with the bad news. Malaysia seems like we are having a lot of bad news. Day after day, we have a lot of bad news. So let me start with the bad news. So this is what Malaysia looked like. Well, it felt like it. It felt like it. We have so many bad news. In Cantonese, we are talking like "say yan lam lao," you know, people dying and the building also falling. Ringgit went down, what, $4.30 to the dollar? Crazy. I mean, I can't remember the last time we such a bad currency exchange, forex exchange. Affected a lot of people in the business. People who import goods will suffer, and the uncertainty of our currency will have a lot of impact. What are we going to do? What are the strategy of our business? We are not sure whether it's going to bounce back up or it's going to go worse. You got a lot of bad news, and you know what is our politicians doing? You know, But it's easier for us to blame the politicians because most of the time they're talking cock. You know, what are they doing? We are taking our countries. So it's all bad news after bad news. So we are getting a bit frustrated in our business. You know, consumer confidence is low and so on. And the worst of all, the worst bad news that we have is this, in our football. The Arab give us 2.6 billion ringgit and then give us 10x for football. We lost 10-0 to UEA. Embarrassing. This is sungguh memalukan. Last night, we played with Saudi Arabia, the football team. We tried to burn down the stadium. The match was abandoned. We put flares up. You know, what's happening to Malaysia? I love football, and football is almost reflective of what has become to our country, politically, economically, and socially. But I must say we must accept it. A lot of things are not within our control. We have to accept it the way it is, and we have to adapt to the situation. Politicians will do their job. We have to adapt to the environment. That's all we're going to do. Not a lot of things you're going to do. You can go to Bersih all you want. We have a lot of red shirt here also today. So you can do whatever you want, but you have to accept and move on. Okay. So I want to share a conversation with my wife, with you. Okay. So my wife said, "Ayah, don't waste time lah. Go and eat kangaroo pies." You know, she said, "Why you are so angry all the time?" I go home, I bitch about the country, I bitch about the Prime Minister and his wife, you know. So then, what can you do? You say, let's migrate to Australia. Forget about it. Better food there. Food not so good, food, weather and so on. So I say, no. No, I say no. I'm going to stay and fight and eat my nasi lemak. And my Hokkien noodles also. I love my Hokkien noodles. A lot of my friends have migrated. They give up on Malaysia. I won't give up on Malaysia because Malaysia is a good place to live, to raise a family. And most importantly, to do business also. I think Malaysia have given us a platform to do business. There's a lot of successful businessmen that has come out from Malaysia. I went to Hong Kong. They say that most successful businessmen came out from Malaysia are very good. We travel very well. You go everywhere. You see Malaysians everywhere. Bersih, 50 cities we come out. We are everywhere. So we are very good businessmen. So now I told my wife, no, I'm not going to leave. So I'm going to stay and fight. Malaysia, we are at a crossroad. We can be, if we go left, we can be a failed country, or failed state, they call it. What's the meaning of a failed state? I think your currency maybe go out to, what, 6 ringgit or 7 ringgit. Banking system fail, the leaders don't take care of the people, then it's a failed state. But we also can move right. We can be modern, great, and affluent country. We always been there, on top. Malaysians are quite good in business. We are always on top. If we get it right, we can be modern, and we can lead in this Asia Pacific. So tools to fight. Simple. I told my wife I'm going to stay and fight. How are we going to fight? Stay lean. I told my wife last time, one person eat one chicken. Now 5 person, we share one chicken. Okay? Hey, we still can survive, no problem. Now we just share a little bit. 5 fellas eat 1 chicken. Then we have to find new market. Okay, you have been selling in, say, Klang Valley. So you have to find new market because consumer confidence is low. So maybe you have to sell in Penang. Maybe you have to sell in Kuantan. Maybe you have to sell in Jakarta, Medan, Ho Chi Minh City, Phnom Penh. There are markets out there that you have to spend time to have a look. And internet is make it very easy, very cheap to go out. Now exporting is a lot easier than it used to be. Last time you had to send 1 container, you export. Now you send a box. TT money come in, I pay 88, I pay Kao Tim. Very simple to export. It's a lot easier. Lazada will tell you how simple to export something. And you must have a digital strategy. In this day and world, if you don't have a digital strategy, you don't align your business to the technology trend and changes, you're dead. You must think about it. What is your digital strategy? Let's look at Asean. We have been in Asean, we expanded to Asean 4 years ago. So we cover most of the countries here. Indonesia got the biggest economy, 860 billion US dollar, followed by Thailand, and followed by Malaysia. Number 3, not bad, 300 over billion. You look at Singapore, about the same as us. Lee Kuan Yew has done a good job. So few people, they got nothing, they got no oil, no nothing, but they are as big as us. And then you got Philippines and Vietnam. So the Vietnam is coming up. Look out for this economy. They're going to come out and chase us and eat. My bet always on Vietnam. Where are the Vietnamese? Our Vietnamese team is there. Maybe stand up. You have to look out for this guy. They're going to come and chase us. Okay? And then we got a Cambodian also coming up. Maybe our Cambodian, our colleague from Cambodia. Our colleague from Thailand, where's our Thai colleague? Here's our Thai colleague. Oh, at the back. Hello. Indonesian, our Indonesian colleague. Oh, there. So these are your new market. These are your new market, okay? You have to look at them. So who are the richer guys? That one was size of economy. Now who got more money? Per head, per person. Singapore, 55,000 per capita, followed by Brunei. Then Malaysia, number 3, not bad. But the Singaporeans are 5 times richer than us, you and me. They are 5 times richer. Their currency also like that, of course, richer lah. Then you got the Thai, the Indonesian. The Indonesian, you look at them like, oh, they are not that rich. But when they have a fever or they cough, they jump onto a plane, fly to Singapore, Queen Elizabeth Hospital to see the doctor. They are richer than you and me lah. There are a lot of rich people in Indonesia, but because 250 million people, it dilute the wealth by this number. The Vietnamese, they buy iPhone 6 a lot faster than the Malaysian. They are very affluent. The middle class income has gone up in this country. They are richer by now and has become a marketplace. Okay? You never look at it as market before, because we always look at it, hey, Malaysia, we are not bad, we got more money. But actually, they are getting more money and richer than us. So it's a market you cannot ignore. The growth on Asia Pacific is becoming tremendous. By 2030, we are the largest economy bloc in the world. Of course, including China and India. But we take out China and India, Southeast Asia 600 million people is big enough. We speak the Indonesian lingo. We come from a diverse background. We can approach this market because we know how to do it. If you need help, can talk to my colleague there. You'll find them. You check out the market, see how big the market there. And I can assure you the market there is big. I spend time there. It's a big market out there. So you have to plant your Malaysian flag there. We did it 4 years ago. So we are half our income now in US dollar. Because we expanded 4 years ago, and we are making US dollar, so I still can sleep at night. Not too bad. So if I don't have that income, I'll be in trouble. Okay, let's talk about technology, since we are in a technology conference. So the disruptive, this guy having noodles and looking at his iPad, iPhone, and Samsung phone at the same time. It's almost close to reality. I mean, a lot of you spend more time on the phone than your wife or your husband. It's not a very healthy thing, but it's happening. So the disruptive technology, there's some funny words down there, then I'll explain later. You look at it, Uber, biggest taxi company in the world, that doesn't own a single taxi. Airbnb, the biggest hotel chain in the world, who doesn't own a single hotel. Facebook, the biggest media company in the world, who doesn't produce content. This is the world we are living in. So it's very disruptive, the technology. So it boils down to a few words, I'll just mention it. The expert will take you through. The first one is social, have to be social, mobile, cloud. Now everything we store in the cloud, operations in the cloud. And big data. Big data is analysis of your customer, of your data. So they call it slow-mo Claudette. I can't even pronounce it properly. So there's a trend going on. You cannot ignore this. You have to ride on this trend. It's disruptive. Either you're going to be Uber, or are you going to be a normal taxi company that being affected? Okay. So the tagline is go fast. Basically, we come up with it is go fast. Technology is the cheapest and fastest. The highway that's going to take you to new market is also the cheapest and the fastest. The toll is cheap. You better go use technology. You don't have to set up office there. You don't have to hire people there. You just need to go on certain digital platforms to reach your customer. And it can be very fast. It can be done within days. Aim sharp. The second message is, you must know your audience well. Who are you trying to sell? You try to sell to Jakarta? Are you trying to sell to the female population? Are you going to sell to the 18 years old to 40 years old ladies? Internet, the technology allow you to do that. You can aim sharp, and you're going to reduce your cost of doing it. I'm going to end with this. Home is where the heart is. I was born in Kuala Lumpur. I grew up in Kuala Lumpur. And most probably, I'm going to die in Kuala Lumpur. So that's, I'm going to stay put. If more people migrating like my friends, then Malaysia, there's not a lot of people left. There's no more market. I'm going to raise my family here. Then I'm going to continue fighting. But you must let your business roam free. Business must go out. You must travel to have a look at the market. It's a big opportunity outside. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, give it up for Mr. Fong Leong. Thank you, Mr. Fong.